Imagine this. You're 16 years old, sitting in a classroom. Instead of just memorizing formulas or dates from history, you're learning how to make money work for you. You're learning how to invest. Now, what if this wasn't just your classroom, but every classroom in every country? What would happen to our personal finances, to our national economies, even to the global economy? Today let's dive into the best-case scenario, the worst-case scenario, and what the world could look like if financial education, specifically investing, became part of every school curriculum. Right now, most students graduate without ever learning about investing. They might understand trigonometry or the causes of the French Revolution, but when it comes to managing their paycheck or preparing for retirement, they're often left in the dark. The result? Many fall into debt traps, live paycheck to paycheck, and start saving way too late. But here's the twist. If students learned how to invest early, they wouldn't just change their own lives. Together, they could change the structure of entire economies. Let's explore what that future could look like. First, on the personal level. Let's say an 18-year-old learns to invest $100 a month into a simple, diversified index fund. Thanks to the magic of compounding, by age 65, that could grow into more than $500,000, even without increasing the contribution. Now scale that across a whole generation. Instead of struggling with retirement, millions would retire with financial security. That means less pressure on government safety nets, less financial stress on families, and more people free to pursue passions instead of just survival. Now zoom out to the national level. Higher financial literacy means higher savings rates. When people invest, they provide capital for businesses, whether that's startups developing new technologies or established companies expanding into new markets. More capital flowing into businesses means more innovation, more jobs, and more stable long-term growth. Countries could see stronger middle classes, less reliance on foreign investment, and healthier domestic markets. And on the global scale, countries that teach investing could gain a huge competitive edge. While one nation's citizens are drowning in debt, another's could be building wealth collectively. That means stronger currencies, more resilient economies, and even geopolitical power shifting toward financially literate nations. In short, teaching investing in schools could unlock a future where wealth is more widespread, economies are stronger, and entire societies are more resilient. But what if things go wrong? If financial education is done poorly, students might leave school thinking investing is the same as gambling. Picture millions of young people chasing hot stocks, meme coins, or risky trades. Instead of long-term growth, we'd see waves of speculation. Now imagine those millions of new investors moving together. They pour into a trend, inflating a bubble. Then, when it bursts, the crash hits not just Wall Street but Main Street. The entire economy could shake from the sheer number of inexperienced investors making the same mistakes at the same time. And here's the catch: financial knowledge doesn't erase inequality. Yes, more people would have the tools to invest, but those with higher incomes would always be able to invest more. Without systemic changes, the rich might still get disproportionately richer, even if everyone is playing the same game. So what's the most realistic scenario? Probably a mix of both. If schools teach responsible investing, focusing on diversification, patience, and long-term strategy, we could avoid the biggest risks while capturing the biggest benefits. Students would learn not just how to grow wealth, but how to manage risk, avoid emotional decisions, and think in decades, not days. That knowledge could ripple outward, influencing families, workplaces, and entire nations. So, what if kids learned investing in school? Best case, stronger personal finances, healthier economies, and more resilient nations. Worst case, speculation, bubbles, and persistent inequality. The future really depends on how we teach it, whether we prepare the next generation to gamble with their money or to grow it wisely. Because in the end, investing isn't just about making money, it's about building a future that works, not just for the few, but for the many.